guys, I've been really wanting to share this recipe with you. It's one of my absolute favorites. I fell in love with this awesome vegetable called rhubarb. It freezes really well. I just chop it up, stick it into a vacuum seal baggie, and I hoard it all winter long so that I can make this treat. I am a fruit fanatic. It's one of my things that I'm always trying to overcome, reaching in the refrigerator and grabbing out a strawberry over and over and over again throughout the day. And I absolutely love Jell-O. It's just something about the texture, knowing that I'm getting something sweet, but it's also loaded with protein and great vitamins. So anyway, this is a really yummy recipe that you can take with you all summer long. You can either just use it for a side dish for dinner, or you can take it to a picnic or a potluck or something like that, and people will just go crazy over it. Today I'm going to use carrot, but I've also used zucchini in this, just grated fresh zucchini. Everything is cooked down into a saucepan. So you don't really taste it, but it not only does it bump up the nutritional value of this recipe, but it also kind of spreads out the sugar that comes from the fruit. I'm also going to use canned pineapple. Definitely use fresh if you have it. I just didn't have it today. I actually bought a pineapple so that I could use it for this video, but my boys devoured it before I could get my hands on it. I'm also going to use frozen organic raspberries. You can use any fruit that you want, but this is what I happen to have on hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my carrot. I've actually already peeled it, and you can use this on a grater, but today I'm being really lazy and I don't want to wash more dishes than I have to, so I'm just going to chop it. Okay, so I diced up my carrot, and I'm going to put it into my saucepan. It's important that we dice the carrot so that way each little bit can get spread out through the mixture of the kind of like the preserve that we're going to make. Okay, so here I have my diced one carrot. You can do 2 carrots, or you could even do 1 carrot and 1 zucchini. I'm dumping in the entire can of crushed pineapple, and this pineapple is 100% juice. No added sugar. There's plenty of sugar in this juice. When they add in liquid with any canned fruit, they add in the juice concentrate, so it's already bumped up in sugar. So this is going to go on the stove to go ahead and soften out the carrots. Okay, so while my carrots and my pineapple is softening, I'm going to dice up the rhubarb. This rhubarb is amazing. The nutritional contents of it is just, it blows your mind. And it's actually a vegetable as opposed to a fruit. I'm going to slice off these ends because this was one that I found on Seconds. So the ends are starting to look kind of weird. Anyway, this is a sweet dessert recipe, and I've been trying really well to get back to my roots of following my macronutrients the way that they're designed for me to work best for my body and for my lifestyle. I'm super disobedient and I'm a snacker, and if I don't keep track of things, then I get way off track. So a dessert that is going to be good for me because it still has protein in it, and because I'm adding in the vegetables, it's going to help spread out the sugars, help even them out. Carrots are still really high on the glycemic index for vegetables, but hey, so got this baby all chopped up. I don't need to use the leaves in this recipe, but hey, I think it's okay if you do. Alright, so I'm going to put these in my saucepan, and I actually chopped mine up really small into 1-inch pieces, and they don't actually need to be this small. They can actually be pretty large because you're going to cook it all down and it gets nice and stringy and delicious. So, in goes my rhubarb. Okay, next up goes my frozen raspberries. This is 2 cups of frozen raspberries. So I'm going to let this cook down a little bit first. Make sure that the carrot is nice and soft and the rhubarb is broken down before I add in my gelatin. So I chopped up a little bit of fresh ginger root. I have about a tablespoon or so. Basically, you just take your whole root, you grate off some of the outside skin, and then you can chop it. If you want, you can take your grater and just go ahead and grate it in, but like I said with my carrot, I don't like to wash dishes, so I just chopped it up. I didn't feel like getting the whole grater out. So I'm going to sprinkle that in. I think you could have actually used 2 tablespoons. Okay, so here's my next tablespoon. I'm going to sprinkle that in. I'm going to let it all cook down together. This recipe, as long as you add in enough pectin, you can play with the amounts of fruits versus vegetables or all fruits. It could really be anything you want it to be. I used raspberries, but normally I use anything from strawberries to mandarin oranges. I dice up mandarin oranges. And instead of pineapple, I've used the canned mandarin oranges, but always make sure that you're only getting 100% juice. Your gelatin, just kind of play with it to see what texture you like best, so that you know how much, how little to add in. So this is going to keep cooking, and then I will put it into a nice pretty bowl, stick it in the fridge, and I will show you your end result. Hey guys, so very next day, my rhubarb and raspberry compote is all set up. It should only take about 2 hours, maybe even less, but I just happened to be really busy last night and left it in over night in the refrigerator. So it's all set up with the organic beef pectin. Even if you don't use the beef pectin, because you cook down all the fruits and vegetables, it really will make a nice concentrated preserved texture for you. This is awesome because you can use it for breakfast in the morning or as a side dish. You can take it on a picnic. It's really great like on some sprouted whole wheat Ezekiel bread or over top of some whole milk yogurt. You could even get some heavy whipping cream, make yourself some like Cool Whip type stuff, and top it up for a dessert. Or you can just eat it straight. I am trying very hard to be better at managing my macro count. What does fruit have? High sugar, aka carbohydrates, and carbs are no good for optimal health. So carbs are good for sustaining energy, but not the best type. So anyway, here we are. I used some extra vegetables and rhubarb itself. 1 cup of rhubarb has, I think, like a carb content of 5 grams per cup and 26 calories. So in my brain, when I see the nutrient profile, I tell myself that it's a vegetable, when actually, when I did some research on it, some weird court rule back in like 1950 or something like that actually labeled rhubarb as a fruit. So weird, but anyway, nutritional profile wise, I kind of categorize it as a vegetable still. So it's low in carbs, low in sugar, it's nice and tart, and then I paired it with a lower sugar actual fruit, and then I did use the pineapple, which bumps up that sweetness level. So added in some stevia, and it's a yummy, yummy little summer treat. So enjoy!